Welcome. Let's take a moment to set an intention of a wellness experience. Take an inhale through your nose, a happy, healthy wellness experience. Inhale and lift up the arms. Beautiful. And then exhale, go over to a side half moon. Breathe in, stretch out that side. Take an inhale. We're going to add on a little layering. One foot can cross, one arm can come down, and add some rotation. We'll get the side of the body warmed up. Breathe, stretch, and lift. Good. From your fingers to your heel, you're long. Take another inhale. And then up. Now the feet are underneath the hips. Both arms go over at first, starting to warm up the body. Good. You might even pull your own wrist or reach through your arms. That looks great. Inhale. Now we're adding on a layer. As you're ready, your hand can come down. Your foot can cross if you would like, and maybe you'll add rotation. Breathe in. Oh, open up the back, the sides. Wonderful. Stretch through your top arm. Breathe in. And you'll feel from your finger to your heel gets longer, longer, longer. You'll feel an element of lift as opposed to just sinking. Take an inhale. Now come back up. Both arms are up, and you're going to take a little back bend here. We're going to take an exhale to come down. Now you can meet me in down dog as a backup plan, a modification, or you can take the feet back. Bend the elbows, take an inhale to go into an up dog. Lift the hips, and you can add a push-up, down dog. Now you can walk it out, bend one knee and bend the other. Relax your neck. We're also going to be adding on both heels lifting, both heels lifting, both heels lifting. Now press through your heels and hold. Breathe in. Now look up at your hands, and we're going to step or jump or walk up there, halfway up. Take an inhale to come all the way up. Breathe, and even going into a back bend. Bring your hands to your heart, and then open up your feet. This is called five-pointed star. Beautiful. Now we're going to take the inhale to lift the heart, and then the exhale to come down to the ankles or the feet. And you're going to gently pull, so you're giving yourself some assistance on Prasarita Padottanasana, spread out wide angle pose. Breathe in through your nose if you can, and breathe out through your nose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now this time your hands go on the floor underneath your shoulders and between the feet, and your hands are pulling you. So your neck is relaxed, your inner thighs are getting longer. You're trying to feel like your exhales let go of tension. A third option here is interlace the fingers at the lower back and let the arms start going over your head. Breathe 5. Now we've added the shoulder stretch. 4, 3, 2, and on the 1, bring your hands to your hip bones and come up halfway. So this is like a table. You're lengthening your spine. Push your feet into the floor and come up. Reach your arms up. Stretch your heart up to the sky. There's a little back bend here. Inhale. Now open up your arms like the letter T, but we're going to push the palms up towards the sky. Lift up your right toes and bend the right knee, and we're going to take a few knee bends. So what this will do is wake up that knee joint, and it also sees your traction. You want your traction to be with your second toe. Now hold that knee when it's on top of the ankle. Take your arms up and exhale over. Now at first you might just touch your thigh with your forearm, but you might keep going even further back. Maybe you'll go towards the floor as your hamstrings wake up. This is really about you waking up the upper body, enjoying, seeing how you're feeling this morning, getting a little more warmed up. You may go deeper. Good. 2. So inhale back. This is helping to wake up the body. Now what we'll do is leave the back hand, the left hand on the thigh or the calf, wherever you tend to land without pushing on that knee. Act like someone's pulling your arm, so you're kind of doing a backwards hand on the long knee. There you go. That looks great. And I like to imagine you're in a toaster slot, so you're not folded over at the hips. Your upper back's against the same wall that your hips are on. There's an imagining your whole back body is touching a wall. Now you can look up, but if that doesn't serve your neck, you can also change your gaze ahead or down. 5, sink into that front thigh. Good. 4, breathe. 3, 2. Now inhale, and you're going to come up to Virabhadrasana, Warrior 2. Let's look over that hand. Breathe here, your shoulders are down. You can inhale long, exhale long and full. Beautiful. There's no tension in your neck, but you're stretching it in rotation. You have energy working out your fingertips. One more, inhale. Now this front arm is going to be on the thigh. The left arm's over your ear, or if you care to do a little deeper, Parsvottanasana. Good, stretching through that top arm. There is some fun you can have with this. You could take your arm behind you for a fun variation. You could wrap your hand underneath your leg, so just have fun. Breathe in. Breathe in. How long can you get from your finger to your heel? It's like you're rotating your upper back. Your whole body would be touching a wall if you were back against the wall. Get ready. Exhale, power up. Now you're in Warrior 2. Straighten the legs. You're in 5-pointed star. Excellent. Pivot the left foot towards the same wall that your left fingers are facing. The right foot comes in a little bit. Bend the left knee a few times. What you're doing is warming up the synovial fluid in that knee. You're seeing how it is. It should be tracking with the second toe, so you're correcting it if it's not. And then you keep it on top of the heel. Now once your legs are pretty set, we're going to do a Vinyasa is warming up within that posture, a little bit of movement. You're going up and back and up and forward. And as you warm up, you may decide you want to go a little deeper in this range of motion. Maintain stability in your thighs. Stretch. It's kind of like you're painting the sky. Coordinate that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keeping the thigh the same. Now we're going to be holding Parvriti Virabhadrasana, so your right hand's on your thigh or your calf, whatever you reach. You're just not pushing on your knee. The front thigh, it's solid. Knee over the ankle on that front thigh. Breathe in through your nose. Notice you can go a little deeper. Sometimes while you're here, you'll feel your body gives in. Take another inhale. Now exhale, come into a more vertical spine. Your palms are facing up. Your gaze is over the hand, left finger, And shoulders are down the back. Hold here. You're strong in your arms. You're strong in your legs. Your heart is lifted. It's as if there's a string or a golden cord pulling your sternum up. Beautiful. Keep that back up against the same wall that your hips are on. The right hip, it tends to jut forward, so you're going to pull the right hip back. It's like you're spiraling the thighs backwards. The front arm could go to the front thigh, and your other arm reaches over. Extended side angle, Parsvakonasana. Now you can also head down to the floor if you prefer. Another fun variation is the arm goes behind you and you wrap your other arm under. But just find what you need today. Extended side angle. Your back's against the wall, an imaginary wall. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out of your nose. Good. Your neck feels good. Now take another inhale. As you exhale, strong legs, strong core, power you up. Good. Straighten your front knee. Both feet face forward. Hands go to your heart. Now you can step, jump, or walk in. Samasthiti. Terrific job. Grab a sip if you'd like, and we'll meet back here at the mat. From Samasthiti, open up the arms, open up the legs. Lift up the right toes and face them the same wall that the right fingers are facing. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, reach out. Slide that torso over an imaginary counter, and then when you can't go anymore, that's your triangle. The left arm can come up to vertical for a traditional triangle. And if you prefer, there's a fun variation that goes arm over your ear, and you stretch out that side. Breathe in. Breathe out through your nose. You're cleansing every cell. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, powerful core bringing you back up. Pivot your feet. You're in 5-pointed star. Inhale, and as you exhale, turn your left toes towards the same wall that your left fingers are facing. Inhale. Exhale, reach over that counter. Keep going until you can't go anymore. And exhale the hand down to the leg, the floor, wherever you go. Right arm is vertical. This is a classic triangle. Or if you prefer, you can reach that arm over the ear to stretch that back, to stretch those sides, that shoulder. Imagine you're in a toaster slot, not hinged at the hips, but in a plane. Your torso's in the same plane as your legs. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Add more fullness to your breath and length as you can. Take another inhale. As you're ready, your exhale can help power you up gracefully. Now your feet are going to face forward. You're in 5-pointed star. Bring your hands together at the heart. Step, jump, or walk the feet together. Samastitihi. Wonderful job. Now lift and spread the toes. We're going to take Vrikshasana, which is the tree pose. Lift and spread your toes and leave the left foot on the ground. Your right foot can come up to calf, maybe the inner thigh. You can lift the arms if you'd like. Your back's up against an imaginary wall. Take that inhale, and as you exhale, your hands come together. Your foot comes back to the floor when you're ready. Samastitihi, balancing the mind-body breath. Lift and spread your toes. Let's take the other foot up. Vrikshasana is tree pose. Your foot pushes into your leg and your leg pushes back. There's a co-contraction. The knee is opening from your deep external rotators. As you lift your arms, there's a little bit of abdominal tone, helping you stabilize the ribs down. Shoulder blades stabilize down. Take your inhale. Exhale, your hands come to your heart, lowering your foot as you're ready. Samastitihi. Great job. Grab a sip. Meet me back here on the mat. We're going to take a vinyasa. If you prefer to avoid the chaturangas, you can just meet me in down dog. Take an inhale, lift your arms, a little bit of a back bend. As you exhale, slightly bend the knees, hands come to the floor. This is where your option is to take a down dog. Otherwise, put your feet back, high push up, bend the elbows, inhale, lift the heart. Now lift the hips at a push up here, and down dog, hold. If you can put your heels toward the floor, there's an extra challenge that you can lift up your toes to deepen that calf stretch. That also helps strengthen the arch. Press your hands. Inhale. And as you exhale, look at the hands, step or jump or walk up there. And if you jump, you're landing lightly. Halfway up positioned. Inhale, go all the way up and back into a slight back bend. Bring your hands to your heart. Take an inhale and just make sure that you have space behind you. So inhale here, and on your exhale, left foot goes about 4.5 feet deep, slightly turned out. The right knee's at 90 degrees. The arms can stretch up in a Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. There is a little bit of abdominal tone, pulling your ribs down, pulling your pubic bone up. Breathe in through your nose. Expand your heart. Energize your back leg. Make sure the knee's not drooping. Now when you're ready, place your hands at your heart. Now your body's going to be in one long line with your back leg. We're going to take flight. Get ready, Warrior 3. So you're going to lift up that back leg 90 degrees, parallel to the floor. For this variation, our hands are going to go back towards the hips, keeping the hips level. 10. Take an inhale. Now on your exhale, you're going to stand tall Samasthiti. Beautiful. Inhale. On your exhale, send your right foot 4.5 feet deep or so. Foot turns out just a bit. You're in railroad tracks. Your front knee is 90 degrees. Inhale, the arms reach up. This is Virabhadrasana 1. Shoulder blades are down. If the neck is tight here, you can also make it a field goal post arm position. That's a nice one for the chest and the shoulders. Breathe through your nose. Let your exhale energize your back leg. Your inner right arch should be off the floor. So you're not letting your arch collapse to the floor. You've got a lifted arch on that back foot and on the front foot too, but the back foot's more vulnerable to collapsing. Breathe in fully through your nose. Beautiful. Take that inhale. As you exhale, your hands come to your heart. Your body will shift forward like a lever, a straight line. We're going to take flight. Inhale, exhale, press off the back foot. You can try to lift your right leg to parallel to the floor without tipping the pelvis. Your hands could reach back past your thighs. Your fingers and right toes are all reaching to the back wall. That'll help keep that neck long on this variation of Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Straighten both legs. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, lower your foot to the floor. Ooh, Samasthiti. When you're ready, take a sip. Meet me back on the mat and standing in the middle. Good job. Start with your hands in the center and your feet underneath your hips. Inhale, open up your arms. Step or jump out softly. This is 5-pointed star. Inhale. Now on the exhale, come down to the floor, but we're going to be walking forward to hammock pose. Hammock pose is sort of like down dog in the torso and the leg relationship, but the legs are wide. Toes can be in, and that'll help open up the SI joint. Hold hammock pose, breathing in your nose, feeling the lift of your sit bones. Feel your neck soften. Take another inhale. And then as you're ready, place your hands more underneath your nose. Your right hand's going to stay down on the floor. Your left arm's going to open up like a windmill. Reach through your arms like you're an eagle, expanding its wings. Your exhales, you notice, might rotate you more. Now the left hand can come down on the floor underneath your nose. Take the inhale to go right arm up. Expand through the chest and the upper back. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. When you exhale, you'll feel your belly pulls in. The transverse abdominals tightens, and that helps support your back. On the bottom arm, make sure your shoulder blade's down the back. That arm is vulnerable to hiking the shoulder up by the ear. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come down. Hold your elbows and then add a little sway. Just like you're the bottom of a bell, just relax tension. Now leave the hands on the floor. We're going to bend the right knee and then the left knee. If you care to go a little lower, you can do that here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now we're going to stay on a side. It could be that you're 90 degrees in that knee. It could be that you're down. It could be that you play around with wrap variations. And just hold 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. Take the hands down and exhale over to the other side. It could be that you just hold 90 degrees. It could be that you go all the way down, foot flat on the floor. You can add a rotation. Good. And you can rotate the spine up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Get ready. Inhale. And as you exhale, your hands can come down. Press back up. Now this time the knees are long. Walk over to the right leg. Leave your left hand on the right leg and you can open up your right arm if you'd like to add a variation. 5, 4, lower your hands. Walk over to the left leg. You can stay there with both hands down, or you can leave your right hand down towards the left foot and lift up the left arm. Let your hands down. Come back to the center. Shake it out. Let your hands come to your hip bones. Come up halfway. Now inhale. When your blood pressure feels settled, come up. Arms lift. Inhale. Stretch up through your back. Touch the hands if you can. Elbows lengthen. Inhale like there's magnets between the elbows. Drawing the elbows together. Bring the hands to the heart. Step or jump the feet together. Samasthiti. Beautiful. Grab a sip if you'd like. I'll meet you back here. Shooting for 8 to 12 ounces of water during the class or a healthy drink. And then bring your hands together when you're ready. Inhale. On your exhale, open up the palms. They're open towards the sky. Step or jump the feet out, 5-pointed star. Lift and spread your right toes towards the wall that your right fingers are facing. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, reach down across your leg, and then your hand comes down. Utthita Trikonasana is triangle. Classic variation up. You could go over your ear. You could go behind your back. If you care to add on, there is a half moon pose we'll be doing here. So the right knee softens, the fingertips can be on the floor or even a yoga mat, yoga block. Lift up your left leg or or your left arm. You're stretching up. Breathe in, 10. Otherwise, hold the triangle pose, 3, 4. Imagine a golden string attached to your foot and your hand, lifting you up, stretching you out. Take an inhale. Now as you exhale, soften the left foot 4 feet deep and gently come up. 5-pointed star, feet pivot forward. You're doing great. Take an inhale. Pivot your left foot toes towards the wall that your left fingers are facing. Reach out. Exhale low. You can find your triangle pose. You can do a different variation, arm up, arm over, behind, or maybe take your left fingertips to the floor. Come up with your right leg. Breathe in and feel your heart expand. Feel your right leg lift. Take that inhale, lift, lift, lift. And exhale softly, let the right foot come back. 5-pointed star. Hands come to the heart. Step or jump the feet together. Samasthiti. Wonderful job. This next pose is called pyramid pose. So you could be at the front of your mat and the left foot can go about 4 to 4.5 feet deep. The hips are square and the shoulders are square. You can inhale both arms up. We'll take 3 arm circles here. Parsvottanasana is also pyramid pose. You can interlace the fingers as a shoulder opener. Maybe you want to take reverse namaste or hold your elbows as a modification. Inhale. Both legs stay long on this pose. Hinge at your hips until your right hamstring feels a stretch and you have a balance challenge going on. Most likely the gaze is towards your foot or shin. You want the neck to feel in line with the rest of the body and not letting the head drop forward. You do have an arch on both feet that's lifted and not pressed into the mat. So there's a 4-corner awareness on each foot. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out your nose. Breathe in through your nose. Rejuvenate your cells. Take another inhale. You can use your exhale to push your feet into the floor and to lift your spine up. Take your arms even higher. Stretch up. Exhale, your hands come to your heart. Softly take the left foot to the right foot. Samasthiti. Stand tall. Let that posture assimilate in your body. Inhale. And on the exhale, take your other foot, your right foot, about 4.5 feet deep. The further back, the harder, the narrower is a way to modify. Come into an inhale, lift up. Exhale. Circle the humerus in that glenoid fossa. That's one way to keep ball and socket joints like the shoulder and the hips super healthy. Now the hands can find a way to shoulder open. Namaste reverse, interlaced, maybe elbows, inhale. As you exhale, you're keeping your back long. You'll just double check. The feet are in railroad tracks aligned with the respective hip, not on a tightrope. There's a little flexion at the bottom of this in your back, just a little rounding. Breathe in. Your toes are not death gripping or curling into hammer toes. They're on the floor. Your feet are active, but not so tense you have grippy toes. Breathe in. There's a little steering action you're doing with your hip. Right hip forward, left hip back. Let your belly pull in with your exhales. Keep opening your shoulders. Take another inhale. As you exhale, you can push your feet into the floor and come up, lift your arms even higher towards the sky. Bring your hands at the heart. Step softly next to your left foot, Samasthiti. Balance your mind, body, breath. Wonderful job. Let's grab a sip. Really good job waking up those hips and strengthening them as well. Take your feet underneath your hips. Lift and spread your toes. Take an inhale to lift your arms. Now as you exhale, Utkatasana is the awkward posture, also called this chair or squat. So your heels are heavy, your toes are light. Both legs have equal weight. There is a tendency for one leg to take over sometime, a little bit stronger, but think 50-50. Hold. Yeah. 5. Now your knees are in line with the second toe. Good. You can see your heart forward, but your glutes are really strong and heavy here. Now inhale, exhale. There's a little blood pressure shift as you go from that squat to stand, Samasthiti. Beautiful. Now this is goddess posture. Open up your feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, have a seat. Now, your heels are heavy. You can stretch through your arms. You could also put them here at the palm together. Just choose which one you need today. Heels are heavy. The knees are with the second toe. So I'm going to open mine up a little bit for more comfort. You'll feel where your leg naturally externally rotates a little bit here. Now, of course, lower is harder. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Exhale, stand, hands at the heart, and step or jump or walk the feet together. Let the blood pressure settle. Gorgeous. This is a quadricep stretch. I'm going to turn to the side for demonstration. Lift and spread the toes. Left arm up, right arm comes up and around. Hold on to your right foot or ankle. If you cannot reach it, use a Dynaband or a yoga tie. A little bit of a rib pull down and a pubic bone pull up. You're welcome to stay here or push that foot into your hand. Feel your thigh drift up, pressing the shoulder open. Take an inhale and exhale, gracefully come back. Hands at the heart, Samasthiti. Beautiful. Now the other side, we're going to take the hand, expand it forward, left arm goes up and back, hold onto your foot or ankle or use a yoga tie. Quadricep, pulling the rib down, pubic bone up. Soft gaze or drishti on the wall ahead of you, ideally on something that doesn't move. You may stay here, or you might like to add on the foot pushing into your hand. Going to take another inhale. And then as you're ready, your exhale brings you back. Hands to the heart, Samasthiti. Gorgeous. This is called Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3, more traditional. Lift and spread your toes. Now the arms are going to inhale up. As you're ready, your right leg can come behind you. To modify, you're in a diagonal. If you care to add on, you're going to go to parallel to the floor or the best you can. Gaze will now be on the floor, about 1.5 feet in front of your left toes. Try to keep the hips level. Breathe into your nose. Strengthen that bottom, that support leg. The knee is long. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, come back. Samastitihi, you notice that builds glute strength. That'll really lift the glute. Now we're going to take the other side. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana. You may go in a diagonal as a modification, or you may continue going. As the torso goes down, the leg goes up. The hips are level. Keep lengthening that support knee long. Energize your limbs. All the limbs have energy coming through them. Take an inhale. And as you're ready, exhale and come back up. Gorgeous. Breathe in and exhale, release. Wonderful job. We're going to take an inhale to reach the arms into cow face. So one arm could be up and one arm could be behind you. Now, if your fingers touch, great. If you need to use a yoga band, you can also use that. You can sit into Utkatasana. That's the first option. If you care to add on, you can lift your right leg, cross it once or twice for an eagle leg and cow face arm. Take an inhale. Now as you exhale, uncross everything, but give yourself a moment in Samastitihi. Ooh, good. Inhale, we're going to take the other side of Gomukhasana. The one side may be tighter. You might use an assist with your hand helping your elbow down, or a yoga tie. You can sit in a chair. That may be your pose, or lift up a leg, wrap it once or twice. If you squat a little lower, it's easier to hook that toe. Take another inhale. Now as you exhale, take a stand. Hands are at the heart. Take a moment. Notice how you feel. We're going to take an inhale to reach the arms up and Utkatasana. Both heels heavy. The option here is to take the palms at the heart, lift up the right ankle and place it on the left thigh. This is a hip opener. And it's a strengthener of the squatting leg. Soft neck. Take another inhale. Now straighten everything up. Samastitihi. Let the blood pressure adjust. When you feel steady, arms up. Utkatasana, chair. Palms can come together. That's right, left ankle to the right thigh. Wonderful. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, stand back up. Hands at your heart. Beautiful job. Take a sip and meet me back here in Samastitihi. Notice how your body feels. We're going to stand so that we're facing lengthwise on our mat. Take an inhale to lift your arms up. On your exhale, let your hands come down. Let your feet go back. And this is a forearm, this is the hand plank. We are going to be adding on an option of side plank, either on the forearm or Maldrasana, back foot goes behind you, half sphere. 10, 2, lift your heart, 3, lift your hips, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now exhale, pass through side plank, front plank, and then side plank on the other side is the option. On the forearms, a modification, or on the hand still, and put your foot on the floor, your left foot on the floor. Lift. 10, 9, good. 8, 7, keep pushing. 6, anything on the floor pushes strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. Now on the exhale, side plank, front plank. Go to your forearms and hold front plank. Here we go. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now turn to side plank. If you care for an option, go into a tree pose in the side plank, Vasisthasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to the other side plank with a possible tree pose variation. Hold. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower your hips and either take reverse table, which is the bent knee variation, or reverse plank, Purvottanasana. Lift up your hips. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower your hips. Go belly down. This is all this wonderful core work. Forearms down, which is Sphinx, or hands press, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Shoulder blades down the back. Hold here. The elbows point towards the floor. The neck has no congestion in it. It's in alignment with the rest of your upper back spine. You might feel more pressure on the pinky, which helps you get into your serratus, those muscles that stabilize your shoulder blades. Breathe in. You have a little lift in your abs. You have a little energy in your hamstrings and your glutes, but you're not over contracting your glutes. Breathe in. Exhale, lower. Now interlace the fingers at your low back. If that doesn't work, just put your hands behind your hips and lift up. Breathe in, Shalabhasana. Lift high. Keep lifting. Take another inhale. And then reach for your feet or your ankles and come up. If this isn't possible, just do one foot. If that's not possible, just leave your hands down beside your hips and lift up your torso like we did earlier. Relax for a moment. We're going to do a second set or the other leg. Inhale, lift. Belly pulls in. Neck is easy. Breathe in and out. Relax what muscles you don't need. Contract those that you do need. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, push back. Child's pose. You can pull your toes under for an additional foot stretch. Breathe in. And then a downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hold. Downward dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, Now you can look up at your hands, step or jump so your fanny comes to the ground. Ankles crossed, use your abs, uncross the ankles, go down. 10 counts, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee across. This is the Ardha Matsyendrasana knee down twist. Other arm out like a T. Breathe in. As you exhale, you can imagine you're melting into the floor, your chest and shoulder, your lower back, your hips. Inhale and exhale. We're going to take it to the other side. Realign your spine. Knee down twist. Left arm out. Right hand on the thigh, helping it out. You can be looking towards the left hand and then let the eyes close to really let your focus be inside. Take another inhale. And on your exhale, relax and hug your legs in to your belly. And then your hands are going to be light on your knees and just move your thighs around the hip socket. And the other way, circling the thighs, the femurs, and the acetabulums. Yeah. And then just take a full body stretch. If there's anything else you're craving, please take it. We're going to take a moment in Shavasana, the restful posture, and this really is just letting the mind go. There's a lot of talk about mindfulness, but I'd like to encourage mindlessness. It's just doing so much for us all day. We're going to set it aside and tap into that visceral knowing. So just breathe in, let the mind have a rest. Breathe in rejuvenation. Breathe in clarity. Breathe in peace. Wellness. So take a moment to wiggle the fingers and the toes and make your way towards a seated position that's comfortable for you. Take a moment to lift up through the spine so that you're easy. This is the Sukhasana, it's the easy posture. You're sitting so easy that you can still just release external variable thought. So you're just letting your breath be your focus. And when the mind is clear, the natural vibration will rise. Your natural vibration will rise. And today we'll make an intention. I know I am supposed to feel happy and healthy. And I love the way I feel when I'm happy and healthy. Today, when I notice anything in my environment or even my own thoughts start to sway me from that wellness and that happy place, I know I can quickly observe it and pivot it into a better feeling thought, a better feeling wellness place. I love knowing I have this focus and this control in my own heart. I love knowing that I'm a high sensitive person so that I can navigate my day and quickly pivot when something starts to create anything that's happy or healthy for me. With so much appreciation, thank you guys so much. So glad to see you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.